Chickens are descended from the red jungle fowl of Asia. As its name suggests, this is a forest bird. They perch at night to be safe from predators, and the trees provide them with cover to protect them during the day. They scratch around in the soil to find food for themselves and for their chicks, and dust bathe to keep themselves clean. Modern-day chickens retain many of the behaviour patterns of their ancestors. Two types of chicken have been bred from the jungle fowl: broilers for meat, usually kept intensively in large sheds, and egg-laying hens, usually kept in battery cages. This is a battery egg farm where young egg-laying hens arrive on a lorry from the farm where they were reared. They spend the next 70 weeks in a cage. Conditions are cramped. Each hen will get less space than an A4 piece of paper. The battery system produces eggs cheaply, but does it provide decent living conditions for hens? Does it meet their basic behavioural needs? People used to think that what hens didn't know, they didn't miss. But battery hens still retain these instincts. They try to scratch around and dust bathe in cages. In some farms, like this one, chosen at random by an undercover investigator, conditions are also filthy. As a result of campaigns by groups like Compassion in World Farming, the traditional battery cage is to be banned throughout the European Union, but not until 2012. Even then, a new modified system called the enriched cage will be allowed, unless the rules are changed. Meanwhile, consumers now have increasing choices about the way their hens are kept. Commercial systems exist which allow the animals the freedom to express much more of their natural behaviour. These free-range hens can exercise, stretch their wings, dust bathe and lay their eggs in nests, though conditions remain intensive and aggression can be a problem. This aggression can be reduced by keeping the hens in smaller groups, and you can look out for small group free-range eggs in some supermarkets. Eggs are also becoming available from hens which have been given tree cover, helping to make the hens feel more secure when ranging outside. This is a meat chicken. In 6 weeks' time, he will sell in the supermarket for only a few pounds. Cheap chicken meat for consumers means a mass production process. The chickens are sorted along conveyors, counted into groups, sprayed with vaccines, and stacked in trays ready for transportation to the broiler sheds. To begin with, they may have plenty of space, but as they grow, the conditions become more crowded. And these chickens are selectively bred to grow fast. The chicken on the left is a normal-sized egg layer. The chicken on the right has been selectively bred for meat. He grows much faster, putting on a lot of extra white breast meat muscle. Faster growth means he can be slaughtered earlier, consuming less feed in his short life, and quickly making way for another batch. But putting on weight this fast has its consequences. The body gets too big for the legs, which can then collapse under the strain. Thousands of chickens are painfully crippled by the time they reach their slaughter weight. Good stock people will aim to put these birds out of their misery. But with huge flocks to look after, this can be difficult. In summer, it becomes hotter and hotter as the crowding increases, and the air can become polluted with ammonia from their droppings. They may have trouble obtaining food or water, and can suffer from a range of diseases. Growing so fast requires a great deal of oxygen. The heart and lungs cannot always keep up. 1% or more may die of heart failure before they reach their slaughter age of 6 weeks. Death rates from all causes in broiler farms can be 6 or 7 times higher than for laying hens of the same age. But even when packaged, chickens can bear the scars of the broiler sheds, black ammonia blisters from long periods of lying in their own excrement. Many farmers would like to improve the conditions for chickens, where they are free to roam, have shelters where they can hide from predators, and plenty of dust to dust bathe. More and more chickens are raised this way, but farmers say that in the mass market, consumers won't pay more for the meat. But is this true? In France they do. These are Label Rouge chickens, released from their night quarters into fields where tree cover mimics their natural forest habitat. 30% of whole-table chickens sold in France are produced for the Label Rouge label. They are sold as a tastier, higher quality product. But should these animals enjoy better living conditions simply because it produces better meat and eggs? Don't they deserve better because they're sentient beings? In other words, because they have feelings that matter to them?